I want to thank everyone for tuning in to the Father Time Network. Hope everyone is doing well. My name is Anthony, and on this platform, I talk about how important it is to be a father. I'm here to make being a father cool again. But before I continue, let's get into the intro. Today, I want to talk about generational wealth. As me being a father of 3, one of my main goals is making my children's life better than the life that I already have. So right now, I'm in front of a 4-unit complex that I'm looking to purchase, right? It's about an hour drive from where I live at, and nobody is with me. The reason I wanted to highlight that nobody is with me is because as me being a father, me wanting to establish generational wealth for myself and for my kids, for my family, right? I can't look to nobody else to do it for me. I have to get up. I have to be motivated enough to where as though I'm putting in the work, putting in the groundwork to establish this generational wealth for my children. I see a lot of people in my family and outside of my family complaining about, their 9-to-5 job or their landlord raising the rent. And I'm saying to myself, what are you doing about it? You work a 9-to-5 job and you complain about how much of a raise your job is giving you. You live in an apartment and you complain about your landlord raising the rent on you without any notice. Instead of you saying, you know what, I'm going to do something to change my situation. I'm going to fix my credit. I'm going to go look at me in a house so I don't have to worry about renting anymore. You know what I'm saying? And there's so many people in my family and around me that have that mindset of complaining. That's why I wanted to highlight me being here by myself, because I know for a fact I'm going to establish generational wealth for not only myself, but for my children. When God finally calls me, I want to leave something behind for my kids. I want my children to know that their father lived thinking about them when I'm no longer here. One of the main goals in my life is to establish generational wealth for my children. I want my children to be well off when I'm no longer here. So in order for me to accomplish that, I'm not sitting around complaining about what somebody else is not doing for me. I'm taking the things that God has given me, my 9-to-5 job, me taking the money from my 9-to-5 job, fixing my credit, me driving an hour with nobody else with me. Look at my car. There's nobody else with me. I'm solo. You know what I'm saying? Going to look at this 4-unit complex. I'm going to show you this complex in a minute. This is a great opportunity for me and my family. But ain't nobody with me. As me being a father, as me being a breadwinner for my family, I have to come out here and do what I have to do to make sure that my family is straight and my kids is straight. I'm not looking around for nobody else to do that for me. I'm not complaining about what nobody else is doing for me. To all the fathers in the world, it's up to us to make sure that we're doing everything that we can to make sure our children live a great life. It's not up to nobody else. Don't sit around complaining about what your family members are not doing for your children. Oh, my cousin or my auntie, they look out for such and such kids more than they look out for my kids. So what? So what? They don't have to look out for your children. It's your job as a father to look out for your children. And if you want generational wealth for your children, you have to go out and go get it. It may take you driving an hour by yourself for you to go look at a property and talk to a realtor for you to establish that generational wealth for your children. Nobody else is going to be with you. It's up to you as a father to lay down goals and accomplish those goals that you want for your life and for your children. And like I said, this is a step for me closer to my dreams, closer to my goals. I'm out here putting my feet on the ground, looking at properties, talking to realtors. This property right now that I'm about to look at, they want something small for it. You know what I'm saying? The money that they want down on this property, I got that. I got that. So this is one step closer to me establishing the lifestyle, the generational wealth that I want for my family. I'm not looking for nobody else to ride with me. I'm not looking for nobody else to come along with me. I'm not mad at that. Only person that I can get mad at is myself when I look at myself in the mirror and say, Anthony, you ain't do nothing to establish generational wealth for your children, for your babies. And when I'm gone, when God calls me, when I reach 125 years old and God say it's time for you to come home, my kid's going to be straight. Know that. Know that I'm out here making sure that I'm working hard to provide for my babies. At this point in my life, right, I really don't care about nothing else but establishing generational wealth for me and my family. That's all I care about. I don't care about what people think about me. I don't care if my rise to creating generational wealth for my kids ruffle a couple people's feathers because they feel like I'm acting different or I'm moving funny. I don't care about that. Because while y'all going out here buying $500, $600 outfits for your kids on Easter, I'm telling my kids we not celebrating no Easter. Daddy is putting that $600-$700 up for them outfits and them decorations into an account, and he's gonna take that money from that account and he's gonna purchase him a property for y'all. So when y'all get older, y'all don't have to have no job, enslaved and worried about how much your boss is giving you a raise. Like, I don't want my kids to have to go through that. I don't want my kids waking up 5 to 6 days a week like I'm doing, worried about if they're going to get fired, worried about how much of an increase their boss is going to give them. And most of these jobs not giving you no big increases. They're giving you $1, $2. What is that? What is that? How can somebody work on a job 5, 6 years and look forward to getting a $1 raise? Yo, as me being a father, I'm going to suffer. I'm going to take the dollar raise. I'm going to work the 6, 7 days a week to make sure when my babies get older, they don't got to do that. My mother is the only one that's set to retire next year. She's been working her whole life. And even when she's retired, she's talking about getting her a part-time job so she don't have to be bored. And I'm like, Mom, I'd rather buy me 10, 12 properties and let you be my property manager before me as your son watch you work 40-something years to retire to go work another job. I'm not doing that. But see, one thing about that, it taught me something. As I'm working right now, putting in all this overtime, working 6, 7 days a week, I need to be using this money that I'm making from this 9-to-5 job wisely. I need to be investing in assets, things that's going to set me up to where as though when I'm retired, I don't have to work if I don't want to. And that's the path that I'm on right now. I think this is the realtor right now pulling up. I'm going to go talk to him real quick, and I'm going to get back to y'all, and I'm going to show y'all this property. So after me viewing these properties, I'm finally back home. And what I can say is today is a good day. You know, I put my foot that much closer to achieving the life that I want for myself and my children. Now, I'm not telling you all to go buy property and accumulate assets and all that for your children. You can do whatever you want to do for you and your children. But what I will say is, as us being fathers, as us being providers, you should look at leaving your children something behind to make their life that much easier as they live on after we're long and gone. Because one thing that I realize is our children didn't ask to be here. We put them here. You know what I mean? So I think it would be a courtesy to them to put forth effort to make their life that much better. I'm at the house. I don't even got 5 minutes to chill. You know what I'm saying? My daughter, she like, Dad, I'm waiting for her right now. My daughter like, Dad, can you run me to Walmart? I want to get some hair supplies so I can do my hair. I'm waiting for her right now. It is what it is. You know? But today was just a great day, man. I'm just blessed to see another day. I'm blessed to put my foot forward to achieving the goals and the things I want to accomplish for my life and for my children. And I'm going to keep pushing. Hopefully it inspires others to do the same when it comes to achieving their goals and leaving their children something behind. Beyond the assets and the properties and things like that, I'm also going to leave my children behind knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Show them how to get their credit right. Show them how to establish LLCs, C Corps, and things like that. Put the property into trust funds. You know what I'm saying? Certain things that you can do to avoid paying taxes. As I rolled through that area where I looked at that property at, I seen several people with graveyards on their actual property. And I'm not talking about one person. I'm talking about 3-4 people buried on that land. And I don't know if that's a tax write-off. I don't know what that does for you, but I'm going to look into that. You know what I'm saying? I seen people planting vegetables. I even seen one lady, she was playing basketball with her son, you know, shooting hoops. And it's just like, I grew up in the inner city where people are on top of each other. And sometimes when you live like that, you have to deal with your neighbor's problems. I once read in a book where a man said, show me the people that you are around. And if you continue to stay around those people, I'll show you who you will become in the next 10 years. Me personally, I want acres where I ain't around nobody. And that's what I want for my kids, and that's what I want for my family, and that's what I'm on a track to do. And I encourage all y'all to do the same thing. It's the Father Time Network, and I'm here to make being a father cool again.